Well, good morning or good afternoon. It's President's Day.
Good morning.
It's Sean Vieira
Morning?
from the.
No,
Yeah,
it's not morning.
it's actually
It's not
afternoon.
morning.
Do I want to tag Sean? Yes, I do. We are at TJ's Dispensary in downtown Eugene, and this is Sean Vieira with the Pearl Day Spa. And Sean and I decided to come down here to do something because there's a little issue going on. And we're going to explain that to you in a second here, but let me go like this. I'm going to pull that out there so people can't go in. So come here, guys. I've lost some of my equipment, and it's not a personal problem, but we are making do with this. So I have another instrument that holds us on. Welcome, Brody Kurtz. It's nice to have you on there. Hi, Julie Clark. How are you? Hi, Dina. So we're talking about cannabis today, and Sean is with the Pearl Day Spa. And right now, you explain the problem. This is so silly to me.
So over the last 3 months, no, probably more like 6 months, we've wanted to add cannabis topicals into the spa, into treatments. And what we're running into is that because we're a public place, because we have our existing OLCC license for beer and wine, you know, I kind of went up through our local LCC office, state level LCC office, and kind of was getting more and more info, and they said, no, you can't, because as the law is currently defined, consumption includes the application of topicals.
So you can't, somebody comes in, and if they want to have a CBD, which doesn't have any THC in it,
right,
and they want to have that applied to them, you can't do it.
It kind of depends. If it's the isolated CBDs, it's just over the counter, not obtained in any sort of dispensary, we can, because it lives outside of that law, but the whole plant, whole flower is really what's, in my opinion, you know, more beneficial than the isolated CBD. So yeah, that's what we're running into. Is normally if you're over the age of 21, you consent, you know, all these other things, you can apply it as long as it's obtained recreationally, not medically. But because we have our OLCC license, even though application of topicals doesn't get into your bloodstream except for transdermal patch, the state says that's consuming it, is applying it to someone's skin, is consuming it, even though it's not getting in your bloodstream.
Okay, so and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I get irritated about stuff like this because I think it's so stupid. But so, what's to stop anybody from, if you went to my home to give me a massage, which some massage folks go to a home, go to someone's home. Right. You could use whatever I wanted to because it's my private home.
Yes, as long as it's not a medical product. If it's obtained medically, that constitutes prescribing, and that's outside of our license. So as long as it's something you can obtain recreationally, then it's okay.
So, but in your office, you can't use any of that right now?
No.
None?
No.
So now, so what do you, so you've gone to...
Yeah, I kind of didn't get the answer I wanted from OLCC, hoping someone would say, oh, there's a loophole, and here it is, and this is how you can offer it, but didn't find that. So finally contacted some state representatives, Julie Fahey, who's not my district representative, but I had met her previously, and I know she was on the marijuana board or commission. Called her office, and she said, yeah, we can, you know, help you kind of work your way through this, and hopefully we'll get a bill, which it seems like such a small thing to update, you know, this one definition in this part of law, so that consumption can be separated into what affects you internally versus something that's applied to.
Because I've never done this before, but you've used this before, and it's super helpful. So imagine somebody like me coming in, because I have a shoulder issue, and it's a real fact. I can't lift anything with this arm. And I could come in there and you could do more than just massage me. You could actually use this product on it and show me how that works.
And that's the hard thing, is it's very therapeutically effective, and our hands are completely tied right now.
So he's not sitting down on his laurels and doing nothing. He's fighting.
Yeah.
And so the thing you guys could do, hi Victoria, she's saying hi to you.
Hey
Sean.
Vic.
The thing you guys could do is find out more. Sean will get, you know what he'll do on his page is once this gets moving along, we'll keep you guys informed on how this is working, because it really is the power of the people. I mean, we wouldn't even have cannabis legal here if people hadn't pushed and pushed. And so this is just, it's a little thing that needs to be moved because it's ridiculous. And Sean's working and fighting to do that.
Trying.
And he's, but he has a day job too. I mean, he runs a spa with how many people?
28.
And they're open 7 days a week,
Right.
So he's not really a fighter of
I have a ton
lawmaking.
of free time.
And he has a kid that you're taking care of. So he's got a lot of things going on. I'm 56. My mom uses it and works instantly for her at lowering
allowing her to walk.
Allowing her to walk, yeah. I have a guy at the gym, a little man, he's like 75 years old. Not a little man, but he's a guy 75 years old. We were talking about this in the store, and he pulls out his product, and it's a CBD one.
Yep.
And he goes, I use this on my knees every day, Rick, and I can play pickleball.
I have some in my car, some at home, so I have it everywhere.
Well, let's go talk to these guys.
All right.
We're going to show you, and again, I'm sorry it's a little bit shaky, but we're going to go over here, and Sham's old hat at this. Okay, these are the people. Here we go.
Hi, people.
There she is again, our
Hello.
TJ star. so introduce yourself.
My name is Cham McKenzie, and I'm one of the owners of TJ's. We're here on TJ's Willamette, which is our second dispensary that we've opened. And one of my passions is cannabis and using cannabis for every application that it's appropriate. And
So Sean, I was just talking with Sean, and they're fighting that they're going to the legislature so that he can use this product in his shop, because right now he cannot use.
Right.
What can you use?
It's the isolated CBD,
Right.
but I want whole plant, whole
absolutely.
flower.
So there's a lot of conversation right now about whole plant versus isolate. And if isolate was the only thing available, I would say go for it,
Right.
because a little is better than none. But we're understanding just the depth of how these plant parts interact with each other.
Right.
So we've got all of these things like cannabinoids and terpenes and flavonoids. I mean, there's a huge and you seem to have already get this.
Right.
That whole plant is what we're looking for.
Right.
So you tell Sean what is available that you
So
can
what
do.
is available though is whole plant, full spectrum hemp CBD oil.
Okay.
So generally when we talk about hemp, we're talking about industrial hemp that's been grown for fiber and oil, and it does have CBD in it, but very, very small amounts.
Right.
So it's grown in these big areas, and hopefully those products are being used for other things aside from just that CBD. But that's the isolated CBD we're talking about.
Okay.
What we have in this state, and what we have specifically TJ's, is a whole plant that qualifies as industrial hemp because it's got almost no THC in it. I mean, it falls underneath that level.
Right.
And yet you still get everything else. You
Okay.
get all of the full cannabinoid
you know that?
spectrum.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, so that's something that we're really excited and really proud about, because right now you don't get to use OLCC regulated cannabis in your store.
Right, no.
It's not something that we could even open a jar right now and use, because we're not allowed to open up any marijuana product. So the cool thing is that we've taken our CBD plant that we sell right over there on the shelf as a marijuana product. It qualifies as industrial hemp. We get to grow it as hemp. It gets the hemp designation, and we have it available right here that we can crack open in our store. It's not a marijuana product. You can take it to your store,
Okay.
sell it to customers, have your staff use it for the therapies that they do, and it's perfectly legal.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's your surprise, Sean.
that's
Yes.
the surprise.
When I called in here and said,
Yeah.
hey, this is what we want to do, and they went, we already have something. I said, well, don't tell him. Don't tell him. I don't want him to know. So you guys bring this. Let's bring it over here.
So I'm gonna grab
And
this.
I'm going to put this on the shelf here. And hey, Robert, how are you? So we're at TJ's, and they've created this it's a hemp.
So it's hemp.
It's
Yes.
hemp. So it's a hemp oil.
Right, and what I have in this container right here, I just whipped this up this morning. This has ingredients in
Rick's
it.
getting naked.
And look it. This has ingredients in
Look,
it
Sean.
that are
It's a TJ's.
From him?
TJ's. Yeah, look, you have to back up.
Hold on. You guys got to see.
Picture.
I got my TJ's.
Curated for the community.
See, I got my TJ's on. Okay, because I have a really bad shoulder, so
We talked about the bad shoulder last show and talked about what might be able to work for you. And so what this is some straight up coconut oil, a little bit of coconut, hemp CBD, and some clove bud oil.
Okay.
And we found that's a really good way of getting into the skin. This is a really basic and again just whipped up right now thing. But if you'd be willing to administer this on Rick, see if it work on his shoulder.
Okay.
And that's something where generally our results are pretty immediate. If it feels good on your shoulder and you have pain relief, you should feel it right away.
So Riley Smelser says, God, I love Jam. She's such a sweetheart.
Where are we
Riley.
going
Riley's
here?
one of my
Okay.
favorites.
So, Sean, it's all anywhere like this whole, yeah.
Okay. What happened? Why is it like this?
I was at a ninja gym. You feel it, don't you? I was at a ninja gym showing off, doing a show, and I kept falling, and I kept thinking, well, I'm a guy, I'm going to go do this again and again, and then something went rip. So I ripped the front here, but now the back. See, you already know this guy's he can already feel it like that. Oh my God. Hi, Debbie. You have to try it. My son uses it. I'm doing it right now. This is I'm not using this stuff for seizures. This is just on my back.
Yeah, there's a lot in there in that subscapular space.
Oh. See, Sean knows all this. So,
Yeah.
so Champ, you would love to work with someone like Sean to come up with what are the best oils. Because Sean, you already do a lot of this stuff, right?
Yeah, we blend
Absolutely.
in-house products. And
What are our best carriers in order to get the CBD into the? I mean, there's things that I just don't know.
Right.
So we could be really responsive to a need of even having additional terpenes for something that was relaxing.
Okay.
Having something that you've got a massage oil that customers want something stimulating.
Right.
And I'm sure that you probably work with aromatherapy ideas, and
Yes.
that's something that we incorporate with cannabis as well. Those are
Right.
powerful
'Cause-
terpenes for us.
Because
too.
Sean, don't you make up a lot of your own oils yourself, don't you?
We do, yes.
With lavender, and because she mentioned lavender, and I remember you were doing something
Yeah,
like that.
there are a few products that we make in-house. The products we use on our hot towel blend has, I won't list them off because it has a million, different oils in it, but
See how I worked this so I get Sean to work on it?
Yeah.
free body work.
Yeah, free body work from Sean. I love that. So, what does this do, Cham? What is the oil? What is it actually doing there?
So, well, first of all, I think that you're really benefiting from what's going on right here with this aspect of just manipulating those structures. But then when you're adding something like CBD that's such a powerful anti-inflammatory, that's probably one of the biggest impacts. And because CBD doesn't have to be consumed, it doesn't have to be either eaten or smoked to have that same effect, we see it locally acting right on the spot where you have a lot of inflammation. The process that actually works there about relieving the inflammation is fairly complicated, but I mean we know that there's a lot of things that we can put on topically to have an effect that's beyond just your skin.
Right.
So the primary thing that CBD is doing right now is doing its job as a anti-inflammatory agent. But there's all kinds of things that it does, especially when you're taking it orally and throughout your whole system. So
Does it work on calcium deposits? Somebody's asking on your shoulders.
calcium deposits? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a good
So
question.
I know that one of the things that cannabis does in general is it interacts with a system that we all have in our bodies called our endogenous cannabinoid system. And we're finding massive deficits in everybody's naturally regulated endocannabinoid system. And one of the things it does is promotes homeostasis, and homeostasis is just everything being in balance. So excessive bone growth or not enough bone growth, that's something that cannabis has an impact on. It has an impact on that system as well. We see cannabis products that are promoting bone growth.
Really?
THCV is a substance that actually helps increase bone density. So when you're talking about homeostasis, there's always something that's going to break down and something that's going to build up. There's always going to be an on switch and an off switch, and that's what homeostasis is always finding that balance. So when you have excessive bone growth, that's something that got switched on for whatever reason, and it's possible, but I have no idea. I haven't actually seen any evidence to support that it would help.
My fault. I'm having so much fun that I'm tearing apart the place. So again, you guys, so this is hemp.
Yeah,
Hemp CBD?
that is hemp CBD.
Hemp CBD.
Yeah.
So this is legal for Sean to use in his spa. He could take this right now and use it
Yeah.
on clients.
I'll use it on you tomorrow, Ron.
Ron Sturry, yeah, he's in here excited. CBD is powerful. Robert, how you doing? Anti-inflammatory, pain reducer. Use it at long runs or hikes for recovery.
Yay, Robert!
So has this opened because this is an obvious question, but since we finally have legalized it, not just medically but also recreationally, has that opened the door for more research to find out more about what this stuff does?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest benefits for having this. So many other people being involved too and interested. It's like when you're talking about this endocannabinoid system that I'm talking about, there's 1,000 moving parts. And with cannabis itself, so many different compounds that have so many different actions together, separately, and then according to your different systems. So much research is needed, and we are seeing lots and lots more people interested in everything from acne treatments to bone building to, when we know a lot about mood and things, we obviously have an anti-seizure component that we're really well aware of. But I'm excited about the research to come to know specifically.
Well, what I love about doing this is because now I got to surprise Sean and connect him, because he has this problem not being able to use this. Here's something in the meantime he can use before you get the other CBD. So now I just connected 2 other business people. I get connected to you guys. I love this. This is what it really.
And then plus body work right now.
Plus I got body work. Yeah. So, so that's not a bad thing. So in terms of, I've heard, and I'm just going to ask you. Debbie, I know, we love her too, Debbie. Debbie Norton Tompkins loves you. You don't even know her, but she loves you. Just because you're very good.
I love you too.
She does a very good job with
like
this.
love you,
I told
love
Sean when we came in, oh, don't worry about her. She does this. She's perfect with this. So here's if you have, is it better, and I'm not trying to, I'm just asking, okay? So this with a little bit of THC, somebody told me that actually helps you relax. It's better.
It really is.
Yeah.
We have found that even when the THC stays far below awareness threshold, which means that you're not ever going to feel altered, that little bit of THC has a profound impact on how CBD and all the rest of the cannabinoids work. And in our CBD, we've actually found that we have a higher level of a compound called CBC than we do THC. CBC is also an anti-seizure. I mean, if you look up CBC, it's kind of the same as CBD. Sometimes it almost looks like snake oil because of all the different systems that it impacts positively. CBC is something that has the same effects as CBD, but then the actual herb, it increases CBD's effectiveness.
So if in terms of use for this stuff, how do people use this? I mean, are you just if I wasn't getting a body treatment like that, would I just be putting this on, rub it on, and just leave it on there,
Sure.
Sean? Is that what I do?
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm using topical. I just we're talking about this here. I just slap some on and rub it around on my sore spots, and I mean I might rub it in a little, but I'm not getting that great therapeutic action that what Sean's actually doing for you now. So what I want to see everybody do is I want them taking CBD orally every day in the same way I want people to take their fish oil and their vitamin D and those beneficial things, and then using it spot treatment for wherever else you need. The immediacy of CBD inhale has a huge impact on pain and on mood. Having CBD in topicals that we use has an impact on that spot. But again, I want to see you attacking from all fronts, which is really the best and most rounded way to be able to do it.
So this Debbie on here, she says it works almost 1 year seizure-free for my son, topical and vape. Mm-hmm. So does topical help with seizures?
Mm-hmm. We've actually seen kids that are in a seizure, I mean, they're having seizures.
Well, our
with
friend
the
Mark,
topical,
yeah.
Right, being rubbed right on the soles of their feet. And within the shortest amount of time, and I actually don't even understand that mechanism, how quickly you can have this topical agent that's absorbed through the skin, into the blood, through the central nervous system, and stop that seizure, but it does.
Sean, Katie just said hi to you, just so
Hey,
you know.
Katie.
So,
I use cannabis-infused coconut oil. I feel like everybody should. I mean, it's not like it's just my job or I'm a business in this industry. I know I have a hard time separating that, but I feel like if even I work this and knowing what I know, it's so powerful. Everyone should be using it.
What are your thoughts, and Sean, even you too, thoughts about effects of CBD on anxiety and depression?
Thank you, Debbie. So anxiety and depression, those are two of the biggest things that we see when people come into our dispensary and they're looking to treat something. Pain and sleep are right up there, but anxiety and depression are just through the roof. Anxiety. And CBD has a really powerful and profound anti-anxiety aspect without the feeling of being high, without the intoxicant feeling.
Which I don't like.
Yeah, lots of people don't like. So we've gotten away, and actually this is a good time to kind of throw some new education out there. People talk about CBD as being non-psychoactive. And what they really mean is that it's non-intoxicating. It is psychoactive.
Okay.
Sure.
So what does that mean?
Definitely.
So what is that?
So
this is so dang
means-
fun. Except for the fact you don't have to keep doing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I'm positive. I don't want to make you work yourself. I'm sitting there going, well, I'll tell him in 5 minutes, maybe 10, maybe 15. So What does that mean?
Okay, so
I don't understand.
psychoactive, the definition of psychoactive is does it enter into your brain and does it have an effect on your psyche, your processes, your way of thinking, your way of feeling and your experience, and it does. It's fantastic for anxiety, which means that it's psychoactive. Now, it's a completely different thing to talk about whether or not it's going to make you feel high or whether it's going to make you feel intoxicated. So there's two aspects in people not wanting that. One is they don't want to feel that way. The other is there's a real danger of people testing positive if there's enough THC in their products.
Right.
So if you're a truck driver who's not even remotely
Or you work for the county, or you're
sure,
a
you're not
sheriff's
interested in
deputy.
being high, but you want that therapeutic benefit. Being able to go with the low doses of THC is really important. But we also are talking about that, taking a risk of having even those low levels in your system. For some people, it might not be appropriate. That's maybe one of the few cases where finding that isolate is better than nothing, because there is THC in it, because it works so much better even at small levels.
So you guys, we are at TJ's Dispensary in downtown Eugene. This is Sean with the Pearl Day Spa. Sean's trying to find a product. He wants to be able to use CBDs when he's treating people if they so desire. But right now it's illegal, except today he found out, we surprised him, that there is a product with hemp that can do some of the same things.
Right.
And he can use this in the meantime, so we just created a partnership here. And you know what we should do really fast? The Forest Initiative.
Yes.
Can you bring her over here?
Okay, I will go get Tisha. I want to add though Riley Smeltzer, who said she loves me, who I love too. Her little brother is Forrest. So that's Riley that's checking in.
Oh, you're
yeah. So
and
that's-
this is his mom.
And that's her mom.
Okay, because you
Yeah.
guys, Sean, do you know about this?
No.
Okay, done. I love this.
I'm gonna go get
This is what
Tanisha.
I get to share with my friends. No, you're gonna love this. This is the best part of TJ. So you guys, this is really cool. So hurry, come on, get over here. This is the best part. Come here. Sean knows nothing about what you're doing, what you do. So the Forest Initiative is named after her. Has nothing to do with trees. Has to do with her son, Forrest.
Yes.
And tell this quick story.
So TJ's actually provides no-cost medication for any child in need. So if a kid has cancer or epilepsy or autism and they need cannabis, oftentimes it's hundreds of dollars. These kids and these families are struggling. So TJ's gives this to any kid in Oregon that needs it as long as they're carded, and so it's kind of part of their giving back.
So it's any kid. So I have 3 friends who are all children who would not be, one of them has seizures every 60 seconds. And he would not be alive if we both know who I'm talking about. And he would not be alive. I've known him since he was born. And his mom says he's doing so much better. Had a little bit of a relapse, but he's doing better.
And it happens.
It happens.
We have kids.
And then we have a young lady, and I know I can mention her, but Remy, she's amazing, and her parents had to flee Utah. Her mother had to flee Utah because they wouldn't let her have the cannabis, because the cannabis is the only way that Remy can eat. And she has, if there's 100 things wrong, there's probably 200 things wrong. She has a really severe medical, and her mother's a doll.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She's doing so good right now.
So this is one of the things when you're purchasing stuff here. I'm not selling for TJ's, but I'm just saying they do this.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, she is.
I'm saving my
Yeah.
friends and my child. So
They give that they just give the cannabis to these children. I mean, it's all approved. It's not like they're giving drugs to kids. I mean, this is all approved, but they provide it for free because many of these families, like Remy's mom, she has 3 other children, and there are 8 other children.
total, yes.
And she's living on a budget, so she couldn't afford to do what Remy needs if it wasn't for the Forest Initiative. And it's named after your son, Forrest, and your daughter's on here.
Is she?
She said something
There's
earlier.
no school today, so.
Oh, yes, well, yeah, it's not George Washington, it's President's Day.
President's Day.
So anyway, you guys, go ahead.
One of the things that some of the parents were finding out is oftentimes when kids are seizing, they may aspirate if you put the oil in their mouth. So they use the oil topically sometimes on kids' feet to stop a seizure if they can't swallow it because they're incapacitated. So it's one of those things that I think Chan was talking to you about how the body can absorb it without having to be ingested or smoked. Because our kids never smoke it. So that's something that we see a lot of times too.
You guys,
You good? Is it like butter?
it's like way better. Guys, look, seriously, look. I'm not trying to show off, but look. I mean, I couldn't do that when I came in here. Well, then that's partly Sean too. I mean, he's tweaking it out, but man. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, again, that was fun.
Good.
Are you surprised?
I am. I'm excited.
I got to surprise Sean. I love that because he wanted this so bad.
I don't know what this is, but
And when I called him, so that's the oil. So what they want you to do is kind of help them figure out and help them figure out what kind of oils work best. And since you do massage, you'll be a super help for them, so you can get something done for them.
absolutely.
So do you have any? You have a special. I know you have a special. What do you have going on at the?
We just got over Valentine's Day, so that was our main thing was Valentine's Day. So we won't have another monthly special until what's after February, March.
Harry says they do need to find a way to lower the price.
On massage?
No,
Yeah.
on there. No, I think it's on there. I
Oh,
think it's on cannabis products. But you know what? I read an article the other day that we're kind of oversaturated, so the price is coming down a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Told you it works. Yeah, Debbie, you did. So you guys, thanks again. If you would take this and share it on your page, because you never know when there's somebody, a family or somebody that might be suffering with something they don't need to be suffering with, and this could be a solution for them. And then send them down here because Cham and all the rest of them, they're very knowledgeable. They know what they're talking about. They're not going to sell you something you don't need. And if you need somebody, Sean, you're pretty educated about this too.
a little bit.
I mean, and if you're looking for somebody to take care of your shoulder problems, but you'll have to pay Ron. Ron's going to go, you did it for me?
Well, his work pays, so he's got it.
Oh,
pretty sweet.
you don't have to worry about you. So peace and love. All right, Debbie, thank you. Debbie Norton, she grows. Debbie, don't you grow hops out in Pleasant Hill? Is that you? I think it might be. I could be the right person. Anyway, I have an elderly neighbor who could use this. Well, TJ's is right down across from the McDonald Theater, kind of, right there on Willamette. So it's right down on Willamette Street. Thanks, Rick. That's a good place. All right, you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
See you guys later. Thanks,
See you
Sean,
soon.
for the show. Thanks. If you want to thank somebody for providing this, the education to Sean and the TJ's. Thanks, you guys.